Hi fellow 1/6 scale figure collectors. As promised, here's a video to show you the comparisons between the older style preds that were released about 6-7 years ago compared to the newer preds which were released within the last 2 years. So we have the Ancient Predator special version on the left, and on the right is Falconer Predator from the movie Predators. They look similar sort of heights. They're not, because I've got his knees slightly bent here. He is actually very slightly taller. That's the older version. He's slightly taller than this guy. Body wise, as you can see with the newer preds, they're chunkier, a lot more musclier than the older style. You see he's slightly thinner. He just looks big because of his armour. Main difference is you see the shoulder joint here. The shoulder does actually come down nicely from the neck onto the shoulder. This guy, it's a bit difficult to see here, but the shoulder's actually up here, and this is where his arm is. It's more of a ball joint there, so it's not as good, not as well concealed as this guy. Elbow joints, very nice sort of elbow joints there, doesn't spoil the figure. With this guy, the elbow joints are slightly different, does show up a lot more, but then the articulation on these guys are much better. The dreads, as you see with this guy, they're sprayed out, and they are a harder plastic. You can actually pose these dreads, but with this guy they're a lot softer, more rubbery dreads, and you can't pose them at all, but they do fall down nicely. What are the differences? The legs, or the feet mainly, as you can see, they're bigger on this guy than they are on this one. A lot bigger feet. The hands on these predators, you can actually bend them slightly, but they're more of a rubbery sort of material, whereas the hands on these guys are just plastic, solid plastic, and they're moulded to the shape. So there's a little bit more give in these hands. Coloration between the older preds, especially with the AVP preds, the paint jobs are exactly the same between all of them. Not really much difference between the colour of the armour as well. These guys, you get more of a difference, more differences between the paint apps on the body, and the armour is also painted slightly differently. Smaller gauntlets on these guys, and on this one. I haven't really picked the best two figures to show you the main comparisons. These are the first two that just came to hand. But when the new Scar Predator comes, which is sometime in the new year, probably in the second quarter of the new year, when he arrives, I will do a video of him and my older Scar together, and then you really will be able to see the differences. But these two don't look out of place together, really. This Falconer Predator is my least favourite out of the newer preds that I've got. It just doesn't quite do it for me. Yes, he is a great figure, and if you're into predators, you've got to have him to complement the others that come in the series. Will they re-release this guy? I doubt it, but you never know. Hot Toys have a habit of surprising you sometimes. A lot of people have asked for a newer version of this guy, but it's more likely that they will release, I say they are releasing Scar. I would say that they're definitely going to release Celtic as well. But this guy, well, 50-50 chance of them re-releasing this guy. They have announced that they are going to re-release some figures from the Predators movie, but I would say that that is going to be Berserker Predator, and I would say it will probably be a quarter scale figure rather than 1/6 scales, because I can't see the point in them re-releasing 1/6 scale Predators from the Predators movie. So it's more likely going to be quarter scale figures. And Hot Toys, if you're watching, please, please, please re-release the Marines from the Aliens movie. I've just sold mine, sold all 5 of mine to fund the newer figures that are coming out. And please release some more of the soldiers from the Predator movie to go with Dutch and Billy. We want to see Blaine and Dylan released. No news about those though. So there you go, just sort of a quick sort of a comparison between the two, the way they're made up. As you can see, this guy is a lot more thinner than this one. You can't really see it in this video, but he is slightly taller. So until my next video, which will be probably a little filler video of a couple of figures back to back. Not sure what they're going to be yet. Probably my Resident Evil figures, because as I said in my previous video on my Batman that I was doing, Batman video that I've just done, that they could be figures that I will be selling at some point in the new year. So I might just do a little video of all of them together. At least then I can keep the video on my computer, so whether I haven't got the figures or not, I can still look back at them. So as always, thanks for watching. If you can afford to buy these guys, I still would suggest getting them. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.